Time to ground those energies. Grounding. Pew. What's it like to be an angel on earth? I know that. Shut up. I can't see her anymore. So we say it about other people. You know, oh, that person is such an angel. Oh, that, we're going to talk. Oh, yes, she is such an angel. He is such an angel. They are such angels. How often do you go, oh, well, I'm one of those too? Yeah. Uh-huh. But truly, you know, you do something nice for somebody and they're like, oh, you're such an angel. And we all go, oh, no. But if we're all made of the same cosmic stuff, stardust and angel wings and quantum theory and all of the science and the bodybuilding and so on and so forth, my blood cells do the same things Ori's blood cells do, is the same thing that your blood cells do. So these things aren't necessarily accidental. So if you're an angel, why aren't I an angel? Ooh, because that might not be humble. Oh my. Why do we have to be humble about being angelic, being complete, being source made? Yeah, shine. Oh, I don't need to be humble about being shiny. Just shine, people. Just because somebody points it out doesn't mean we reel it in and go, oh, shucks. Oh, no, you are. No, you are. No, you are. Own it. So we pulled the Earth Angel card. And the quote is by Sri Swami Shivananda. Peace be to the east. Peace be to the west. Peace be to the north. Peace be to the south. Peace be above. Peace be below. Peace be to all creatures of this universe. Peace be everywhere. Om Shanti Om. The affirmation is, and pull this in, breathe it in. Fluff out your feathers. Oh yeah. You know, set the halo a little, I don't know, you might want it a little crooked. I don't know, you might want to hit the neon switch on it. Maybe yours is pink or blue or green. Peace is perpetual. Truth is tireless. Peace is my pillar. Truth is my strength. I am guided not by today, but by eternity. The harmony I create is for all time. I am emboldened by compassion and respect. I am committed to peace. And so are the chickens. So as the angels that we are, we're going to take our thumbs, interlock them together in that shadow puppet of our peace dove. We're going to take that peace dove, lay it across the sternum and the lungs, while our little winged friends out there lay an egg and just have a little chicken party. And confirm that we are of the earth and from the earth. We will walk the earth and we will return to the earth. And our souls will go on. Take those hands, really hug in around the chest and start to pump peace into that heart space. Feeling the truth as that peace settles in and around. On the next breath, the fingertips stay in contact and the elbows start to rise. And then we pull them down, just letting them settle, not moving too fast or adding too much muscle. We're just lifting and lowering. Allowing this dove that has settled over the heart just to make its way a little deeper into your inner spaces. Now this time the elbows are going to lift. We're going to slightly twist to the right and then let the elbows settle. Elbows lift. We twist through center, off to the left. Lift and twist. Let this motion start to enliven your practice. Let your practice embody the soul and let the soul practice you today. Squeeze it down. And then let these movements start to grow. Maybe the hands slide up and maybe the hands come down to the hip. We reach, we settle, but the thumbs are still touching. The dove is lifting and releasing. Anything, if you want to start making circles, whatever movements are going to work for you, you want to make rainbows. Lifting, opening. And then let your dove come apart on the next movement and start to draw from hip to hip. Reaching. Little twisting. And then the next time the left hand lands, let the right hand sweep over to that left hip as well. Squeeze in and down. Exhale, release all the breath. And then with the thumbs back together, lift up overhead like the sun rising. Hold there. Be the angel that you are. And then left hand, right hip. Squeeze the breath out as you lower down and in. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and hold. Thumbs come together. Then big breath in, brings you up, refreshes you, renews you. And then hands sweep out and down. Feet come to land. Wednesdays seem to be our windshield washer days. So let those knees slip side to side. The hips may not be super ready for it yet, so make it work. If you want to do some more Polski twists, you can do some more Polski twists just like this. Let those legs settle off to the left side when they're there. Don't hurry. Lift the heart space, but use the angel wings out back to do the pushing in the rising. Swap other side. Sink in and then rise. Find the mobility in those hips. Inhale. Exhale, let the legs come up center, hands press, heart lifts, either hold there, elbows on a bolster if you need it. Hips start to rise. And when the hips rise, let your angel wings slide out and down, touch the floor, and then help you press up a little more. Reverse table. Breathing in. Breathing out, drop those hips, roll back, move mic pack. Roll back onto your forearms. And so I'm supported on my forearms. If that's too much or it ever becomes too much on the neck, then roll all the way down. But we're going to go back into those windshield wipers. Very simple. got a little, there we go, a little knot in the cord on my mic pack there. Legs twist off to one side, hold, lift heart. Breathe in, breathe out. Legs twist to the opposite side. So how is it different? Is it different being up on the wrists? Is it different, good or bad, being down on the forearms? Breathe in, set yourself up. We're gonna plant the left foot, right ankle comes up on top. I'm gonna stay on my forearms and then lift my right shin using my left quad into my heart space. So I'm gonna pull in and I'm gonna lift through the chest. Breathe in, breathe out, press that heel away, straighten the leg. Nice angle there. Inhale. Exhale, foot comes down. Roll down onto the back for just a moment. Let the head hang heavy. Roll the head from side to side. Make sure that the neck has groovy alignment today. Legs up toward the ceiling. Hands rise, roll up, try to touch those big toenails with the fingers so you're really scooping up and away from the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Bring your thumbs together, bring the dove down onto your chest, bend your knees, kick, rise. Oh, a little balance there. Shins parallel with the floor. Big breath in. Big breath out, forearms slide behind, and windshield wipers side to side. Oh, nice. Opposite side, let those legs fall off to one side. Boop. Breathing it in, lifting the heart. Knees come up, left ankle, right thigh. And then lift through the heart, pull into the chest. Really engaging transverse abdominis, that full abdominal wall. Now kick the heel away, find that really sweet angle between working and resting. Breathe in, breathe out, release, roll it down. Roll the head from side to side, just a moment. All right, for you wheel practitioners, if you are into your practice enough and you're warmed up enough, feel free to do a full wheel. For those that are going to practice bridge, heels come to stand right behind the tuchus. Knees move close together. If you've got a block nearby, you may want to squeeze a block in between the knees or a ball, hands on either side of the hips. Roll the angel wings down into the mat. Let the belly pop away from the ground first so that you have a little space underneath this low back. Let that lumbar curve happen. And then on a breath in, really poof the chest toward the sky. And then on the exhale, pull everything down into the mat. Firm everything into the center of the body, and then on the next breath in, the tailbone lifts, the feet press down. If you're going full wheel, hands on either side of the ears. Because in these classes, you choose. It's a choose your own adventure. You pick the class up and you modify on in all the warrior ways, or you ratchet it back. Because if you want to put a bolster or a ball up underneath your sacrum because you need something more restorative today, then rest on something. Big breath. Notice the angel wings. You want those shoulder blades making really good contact. And then lower when you're ready. Hook right ankle on top of left thigh, arms sweep out into T, and then we're gonna take that right thigh down to the floor. Get that really long stretch from the armpit down to the top of that left kneecap. Settle in for just a few more moments. And consider, when was the last time somebody was like, you know, like, you're so great. Thank you so much. And you just washed it away. I mean, it's awesome to say thank you. Thank you. It's so nice of you to say that. We don't let it overblow our egos, so we walk around going, ooh, I just want to do things for people all day long so that I can get all this praise and thanks. Lift up through center. Put the foot down, hands on either side of the hips. Lift the spine first so that you could have a little cosmic mouse run up under there from one side to the other. Breathe in. Poof the belly out, and then on the exhale, pull that spine down and in. Seat the posterior chain of the body into the floor, and then press the feet, lift the hips, backs of the arms press. If you are a long-term practitioner and you want to reach under the back and clasp the hands, beautiful. If you are at all worried about your shoulders, they are starting to suggest that we don't reach under and crank those shoulders under the body like that. Because it's not that I've got the flexibility to get under there. A lot of times people clasp and then pull, and it's like having a vice added to the front side of the shoulder. So it can actually cause more damage. But if you've been practicing it for a long time, go forth, do good. Breathe in. Release the hands if they're bound. Release the pelvis to the floor. Breath in. Breath out brings up the left ankle. Arms sweep out. On the next breath out, we lower left thigh to the floor. So I have to say, I am probably the worst. And Ori might be even worse than I am. Somebody says thank you, and you go, no, 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 no. You know? We like to do things for people. It's just part of who we are. So love languages, if you haven't read the 5 love languages, it's worth a read. What is your love language? Is your love language gifts of service? Ta-da. Ta-da. It's one of my love languages. Everybody needs all of them to feel whole and fulfilled. And most of us have a primary or 2 that stand out. Big breath. So bring that last time that somebody said thank you and reevaluate it in your head for just a moment while you bring your thumbs together over the top of the body. Make your dove. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Send your feet up toward the ceiling. Let the heels settle into the acetabuli, into those hip sockets. I like to make words up, but acetabulum is a real word. Breathe in, breathe out. So when somebody said thank you, did you, as we say in our family, did you poo-poo it away? Or, yeah, absolutely, you're welcome. Firm in that. Take the back of this dove, send it up toward the toes. Look up at the beak of this peace dove. Because if I go, no, 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 blah, 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 you know, all those good things, then am I fighting programming? Because somebody told me that I needed to be more humble. Well, what if you're already pretty humble? How would it serve your ego? How would it serve you to serve others and then be able to accept the appreciation? Big breath. You're going to roll up to seated, bend, kick, hover. See if that dove can fly up and away. If the toes need to come down, let the toes come down. If not, hold for one more breath and one more, turn it into a rocking horse. Feet come together, grab the outside edges of the feet, roll the nose down and in. Have you ever borne witness to like a humility slam? Oh, no, no, thank you. No, thank you. I love it when it's like, no, I'll get dinner. No, I'm going to get, no, let me pay. No, let me pay. Yep. Those are so funny, usually amongst family. Roll that body up, roll onto hands and knees. I'm going to plug myself back in. I just usually sit back and chuckle. Hands and knees come down, and then take one forearm and then the other. Tuck one hand inside the other. For anybody who wants to do a forearm stand and a tripod headstand, you're welcome to go forth and have a good time. For those that are not going there, we're going to press the forearms down into the floor and really strengthen that chest wall. We're going to bring left knee in toward right. Hold on to the idea of peace and goodness and compassion while you lift the right leg out and fire hydrant. Because it's hard to find the angels in a fire hydrant posture. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Now use that leg like an angel wing and start to let that knee make circles. The knee is sliding in and out. Doesn't matter which direction you're going because we're going to go in both. If the hips are already singing you songs that are starting to sound like chainsaws, put it down. Rest. One more time around with that leg. Pause, and then the other direction. So you'll start to notice the stabilizing hip. That left hip is going, hey. Yes, and this is why we do this. One more time around. Take those knees, put them slightly together. Don't put the right knee down yet. Send the foot way behind. Turn the toes down toward the floor. Lift the belly button. Firm up that chest wall. Anybody that wants to do a single leg dolphin curls the back toe, lifts and presses. Those that don't want to go there, stay right there with Ori. Breathing in. Breathing out. Left knee comes down, right leg comes down. And then shake the tush side to side. Nice. Hands are still cupped kindly inside of each other. Right knee moves toward the center line of the mat. Left leg is starting to shake in its boots, but don't let it. Sing it happy tunes. Notice if the weight in both forearms is equal. Big breath. And then circles. Ooh, yes. That's some goodness right there. But these are our slip and fall muscles. I slip in a little puddle outside of the shower if I'm stepping up and over the edge of the tub. And these are the muscles that are going to keep me from ending up in a split on the floor. Pause, go in the other direction. We got to have these little stabilizer muscles to help us when things get funky. Then the knees slide down and together. Use the forearms to realign that spine while the left heel kicks out back. Toes turn down toward the floor, nice firm chest wall. Single leg dolphin for those that want to play along. Nice strong shoulders. Breathing in. Breathing out, the knee comes down. Knees go side by side. Come up onto the hands as long as that's good for you. If that's not good for you, a pillow is always a nice adjustment so that you come a little higher away from the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Curl the toes. Family favorite here. Lift the knees an inch. Had to fix the indecence. Breathing in. Breathing out. Knees come down. Keep the toes tucked. Slide the hands up the thighs. Reach hands up overhead. Breathing in. Breathing out. Anybody that wants to do a full camel, go full camel. One hand reaches for one heel, then the other. Ori is very flexible in that manner. Otherwise, left hand lands or points. So we have a little bit of a twist here. Big breath. Left hand rises, full camel rises. We bring the hands back down to the floor. Reaffirm that tabletop. Toes are still curled. Lift the knees an inch. So they've learned that postures that are extremely difficult to hold like this really stir the energies in the body. They really get us to that clarity point really fast. Breathe in, breathe out, knees land, hands slide up. One more full camel, or with me, right hand, left hand stays high. If you need something more under the knees, add it. 2 more breaths. Nice extension. Hands sweep up. Tops of the feet slide down. Now, if you need something to sit on, you can grab a couch cushion, slide it up underneath, have a seat on your horse into hero's pose. If you can sit comfortably on your heels in hero, beautiful. Some days, the knees aren't having any part of it. Hands open wide on the thighs at first. Find the breath. Reconnect with the body. And then repeat to yourself, and it's going to seem a little goofy at first, the words thank you. Over and over. Thank yourself for different aspects of who you are. Your kind heart, your open mind, your willingness to dig in when things get hard, your joy, and then take it from there outside of the body. Whether you go to source, whether you go to someone else in your world that you need to whisper a little thank you to. I want to thank you for your blessings. And just say thank you over and over. And then take it from just being an exercise. And say it so that you can believe it. Three more times. In this hero pose, is the hero a hero because they slay the dragons, or is the hero because we can say thank you? And they simply say, you're welcome. Take the dove, lay it across your chest. Big breath. We're going to engage the quads, engage right above the knees. Start to press through the shins. Press, press, press. Lift, give the dove rise. Breathe in, and then lower slowly, slowly, slowly back to the heels, all the way down. Lots of quad engagement. Breathe it in, lift. Rise, maybe follow the dove, and then lower really slowly. Find all of that core engagement and that quadricep engagement that it takes to lift all the way up. One more time. It's really slow. Breathe in, let the dove rise as high as it's going to rise. And then that right foot steps forward as the arms part and come to the hips. Right leg steps forward. If you need to pad the knee, pad the knee. Breathing it in, breathing it out. And then shift. Making sure that knee doesn't drive too far over toes. Get into that hip flexor. And then the dove comes in. And instead of piercing the sky like they do in some traditions, take the dove up and back. Open that hip flexor. Open the heart. Is somehow the doing of that hip flexor connected with the doing of your heart? One more breath, those hands come down, rest them on the thigh. If you can, curl the back toes, lift the back leg. If not, stay down on that knee, just holding here. Breathing in, breathing out. The hands come down on the inside of that right leg. Extend or keep the knee down, but we're still in that hip flexor, settling down and in. The heart lifted by the hands. Inhale, exhale. Left heel rolls down, slide through center for forward fold, wide leg. And then walking to the other foot, we're going to reverse it on the other side. The feet slide, roll, hands are on the inside, settle that hip, press down into that hip flexor. Start to bring the hands to the thigh, rise up away from the floor. If you want to flip and thumbs together for that dove, if you need to put that back knee down, put that back knee down. We'll be out of here in a minute. If the knee is up, slowly put the knee down, flatten the top of the foot, and then the dove rises up and back. Opening, lifting, breathe in, breathe out. Hands to hips, slide back, knees come together, and then have a seat on the heels. If you need to sit back on that cushion, sit back on that cushion. Start to build that ujjayi breath, that scuba diver breath, that cleansing, heating breath as you slide hands forward, one foot back, the other foot back, plank posture. Big breath in, big breath out. Rolling to the right, right side plank, either right knee comes down and we switch and we rise. Top hand spreads wide because it is half of our dove. It is half of the piece. Breathing in, breathing out, curl those hands down, back into that plank, knees up or knees down. And then opposite side. We roll, we lift, we breathe. And we seek peace, even in the struggle of the posture. The breath around the body. Through that ujjayi, that victorious breath. Roll the hand down. One more plank posture. Knees down or knees up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Right foot steps up by the right pinky. Sweep the hands up. Warrior one posture. Big breath, dove comes down in front. Open the heart as you open the groin space again. Separate the dove, come up and find our moose antlers. And then, if it would be a little fun, dive the hands behind the sacrum, form the dove behind the sacrum. I think I didn't just accidentally turn that off. Nope. I hit a button. Thumbs come together. Peace in the back, peace in the front, peace above, peace below. Breathe in. Release. Rise. And then decide, am I diving into a supported warrior 3? Full warrior 3, dove comes through. I either slide and hold here, or I slide and that dove slices across the top of Ori's head. So thumbs together. Breathing in. Breathing out, the foot lands. Dove back into the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, press it up one more time. The exhale brings it down on either side. Press that right foot back. Little plank. If you want to do a push-up or move through a vinyasa here, make that happen. Ooh, child. Looking at left pinky, left foot steps forward. Body rises. Full warrior 1 posture. I prefer heel up in the back. That keeps the hips and the shoulders square. It gives us the space to drop that knee too if we need to. Hands find the dove in front. Big breath. Hold into that front quad. Let it shake. Let it do all the things that it needs to do. And then open up into those moose antlers. Spread the wings across front and back. Inhale. Exhale, hands dive behind. Maybe take the opposite cross. Press the top of the dove into the sacral region so that the collarbones climb towards source. Breathing in. Breathing out, let it all shake. Release. Yes. Reach up, find the dove. And then wherever you're going to go with this warrior 3, you could sweep down and up, catapult. You could bring it down into heart, then send it forward, or you can simply bring it here and keep that back foot down on the floor. But if you're going to, that dove of peace, offering it up. Yes. Finding it, owning it. Yes, thank you. Body for the strength. Hands come in. Reaching up to slide down. One knee comes down, the other knee comes down. Press back, child pose. Oh, the fur angel is coming to visit. Hi. Did it start raining on you? Big breath. Let the heart rate settle. For those of you that want to go into that forearm stand, cup one hand inside the other. Tuck and nestle the head into the hands. For those of you that are not going here in this lifetime, hang out in your child. Curling, toes, fixing wardrobe, pressing the forearms, and either going right into prep pose or walking the toes in. Toes come up, find your egg, hang out there, or find your full press. I'm just going to hang in an egg. Breathing in, breathing out. She's helping. Slide down, let the head hang heavy, and just breathe. If you're still up, Consider descending toward the floor. And then right hip lands, left legs go out. Left legs, both legs. I suddenly have two left legs. I certainly have two left feet. And they taste rather yummy. If you've got, there it is. If you have a strap, find both feet. Let the heart rise. Pull in and up. If you don't need a strap, more power to you. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. This is more of an upper back exercise than it is a hamstring stretch. We're going to slide the arms out. So the pinky side of the finger sweeps out. I've got the soles of my feet lassoed, and then I'm going to use the pull between my shoulder blades, the rhomboid muscle set back there. We're going to firm up that upper back and fight some dowager's hump. We're making those angel wings as strong as humanly possible. Breathing in, breathing out, release, lean back. Here's the fun part, kick and lift. You need to walk a little further up. Then you get to use the press of the feet, to pull those shoulders down. If the hands don't want to play along, either keep the heels on the floor and just rise here, or maybe lift here. But if you've got that ability to, lay it out and let those shoulders slide away from the ears. One more breath. Lift up and in. Pull. So use the biceps this time. Bend at 90 degrees at the biceps. Use the biceps to pull on the feet. This is how yogis build muscles. One of my instructors over in Asia called them muscles. I loved it. He was just God, he was so fun. Breathing in, breathing out. Soles of the feet come together. You can drop the strap or not. You can, if your strap is long enough, lace it behind you, pull it out on either side, and then snug yourself down and in for the bind. Some people like binding, some people don't. Some people, it becomes confusing, and therefore they just throw it away. So if the strap isn't there, but the toes are available, you just move there. Next time you breathe in, roll up, grab the edges of the strap. Pinky side is going to go out. That heart space slides forward and the wings come out. So you're going to feel everything in that upper back engage. You may not feel the peace in this posture with the resistance. Breathe in. Exhale. Release. Gather up those feet one more time. Send them up. Kick them up. Do what's fun. Find the giggle in the posture. There's enough serious stuff going on in life that this posture might not need to be serious too. Yes, let the legs go wide. Ooh, because that's fun. And then you can wobble. There you go. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Let the legs land wide. You can either keep hold of the strap or throw it down. Find the dove. Settle into the dove. When you see depictions of a dove with an olive branch, what does it bring to mind? It's become the universal symbol for peace. Breathing in. As you exhale, blow the dove away. Reach forward out of the hips. As you breathe in, let it slide back in. Blow it away. Slide it back in. One more time, blow it away. Slide back in. This time, unfold. Unfold from the hips as you reach. And maybe bite Ori's toes. So if I'm coming out of my upper back, you'll feel less breath. You'll feel those ribs press down at the tops of the hips, and you'll feel your belly button straining. If you lift the ribs away and that tailbone starts to press out back, that's where this hinge comes from. And then slowly, that's where the effort comes from, or the effort is released from. Slide up about halfway, walk the hands to the left, reach with one hand, the other, or both. Reach in a way that feels most freeing for you. And then walking the hands back through center. Skim, come up halfway, breath. And then walk over. Reach. Whatever flexibility you have, go for it. But flexing both feet. Because what happens is that left foot wants to come in, which then rolls me to the outside of my right hip. So I want to keep those toes toward the ceiling to really attempt to keep both sits bones in contact with the floor. See, in the middle of all that fire hydrant posture and the hips, we're on fire. And we think in the midst of that, I can't hold another second. And really, you probably wouldn't have thought about it ever again unless I just mentioned it. Release, slide forward. Pull out of the hips one more time. Fold completely down and in. You may be finding more flexibility as you spend more time folded forward. You need something up underneath you. Ta-da. Find the restorative version. Lean on a pillow. Grab the dog if you've got a big dog. Lean him in because he'll be like, oh, I'm getting some love. You're like, yeah, no, I'm just actually leaning on you. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. On the next breath in, we roll up. Oh, and then back into some of the original spaces we went. Roll onto your back. Get there in the fanciest way you feel like. Roll it down and in. Let the body settle. Feet planted right behind the hips. Bring that dove right on top of that chest. Let it settle lightly. The interesting thing is peace. Peace. It's such a wonderful word. And yet they talk about the struggle for peace. Well, but those are two opposing forces. Just like light and dark, black and white. There's a push and a pull. Notice if there's a struggle for peace going on inside of you right now. And if so, maybe grab a piece of paper, write it down so that you can go back to it. Why is it a struggle? Press that low back really snugly into the floor. Let the dove separate, palms face down one more time. Either wheel with hands on either side of the ears or bridge, pelvis lifts. Any version of this that sings songs for you. Bringing some lumbar curve back in after those extreme forward folds. Grounding those angel wings. Allowing the earth to feed the backside of the heart. 2 more breaths. Ujjayi breath. Bring that victorious breath in. Hips start to lower. Right ankle, left thigh, arms out into T. Right thigh rolls down to the floor. Right back where we started. If you need a more extreme twist, that's up to you. If you feel like we've missed a posture or two today that you were really hoping for, hit those postures. Your body, your soul, your needs. Meet your own needs. Allow the body to shift up to center. Exchange legs. And then left thigh, left side. Ujjayi breath. Use the breath to lower the blood pressure. Breathing slowly, regularly, and deeply sends signals to the nervous system, which then signal the electrical system, sends signals to the brain waves. And then that's where all the cosmic beautiful stuff happens. Knees come up through center, Shavasana. Any way you would like to Shavas. If you want to turn and put your feet up a wall, or you want to put your feet over the couch or in the seat of a chair, beautiful. If you want to do Baddha Konasana legs and just hold, settle yourself in. Notice whether you developed a little more trust between you and your body over the last hour of your life. What was I actually spending time creating? The angel is here to assure you that peace is possible. It really is the only reasonable outcome for any evolved humanity. This angel knows peace not as the absence of conflict, but as perpetual respect and harmony between all living beings. Peace is within your grasp. Hold it close to your heart. Peace be to the east. Peace be to the west. Peace be to the north. Peace be to the south. Peace be above. Peace be below. Peace be to all creatures of this universe. Peace be everywhere. Om Shanti. Om. Yasatoma Satkamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Beginning the shifting and moving process. You beautiful earth angels. Twist and move and breathe. And eventually, when you slide up to seated, if you choose to go there, let your dove come to settle on your chest again. I always find it interesting when I'm the most chilled out, the most mellow, is when this little furry earth angel comes and sits with me. Because when I'm up and moving and sputtering around and pootsing, as my mother tells me, pootsing around the house, she stays clear of me. This little earth angel loves it when we all settle. Belly breath, rib breath, and collarbone breath. Sound or no sound, up to you. Breathe into the belly. Om. Breathe into the ribs. Om. Fill yourself all the way up. I love how Om sounds like home.